Sacred collective where healing has rhythm, grace has boundaries, and growth finally feels like home.
Hello, collective, and welcome back for another reflection. Today is June 1st. It's the first week of June, first kind of full week of summer, if you will. And I hope that this message finds everyone doing well and being their most productive selves. Season one is over, it's a wrap. And I am so appreciative of all of your support. I'm overwhelmed by it, also very appreciative of it. I didn't expect the podcast to, well, that's not true. I expected it to go over well. Maybe not this well, but I expected great things only because I believed in what I was told and I was being obedient at a great personal cost. So I'm saying all of that to say that as we wrap season one, I am so filled with gratitude. I hope that everyone has been enjoying the content that I've provided thus far. I know I promised vlogs. I'm still working on vlogs. Please be patient with me. It is not natural for me to like this coming on here and recording these videos is easy. I'm recording. So I can always edit out the parts that I don't like if I'm being honest. I can probably do the same thing with vlogging too. In fact, maybe that's what I need to tell myself to kind of reframe it because it's not something that's come easy to me. It's actually been very difficult just trying to piece it together. I did mention before that I don't think that my life is that interesting, but who knows? Maybe some of you will find it more interesting than me. I am currently working on content for season two. The biggest thing perhaps is the Reconciling Church Hurt series. I want more than personal stories. I want to hear from leaders. I want to hear from church leaders also because I think that it's important to hear the perspective of the layperson and also a leadership perspective because I know that it can't be easy governing or ministering a flock where things are occurring that perhaps they don't agree with. And I wanna know how they handle it, and I want their approach to how to resolve it, because if I can be honest with you, I think that so much of what's occurring now is because we've gotten away from our church roots. For us, as a people, for Black people, the church has been pivotal, a pivotal point of our life, and for as many bad experiences as we've had with it, we have to be aware of the fact that the civil rights movement was mobilized in the church. Like that's where it came from. And it didn't just benefit Black people, it benefited gay people, there was a benefit for union workers, there was a benefit for women of all nationalities, white women also. And also when it came time to that our credit unions were in the basement of churches. So when we needed money to buy a house, we could go to our credit union to get that money when lenders would not lend to Black people. And I think that because of church hurt, we've gotten away from it. We've gotten away from those roots. And I believe it's what's missing now more than ever. I think that we need to get back to those roots. We need to get back to that community. And one of the ways that we can do that is by addressing the hurts that poor leadership has caused. I've experienced church hurt. I have some terrible stories. I have a terrible story, not some. I have a terrible story. But I didn't allow what one person was doing, one man in particular, I didn't allow what he was doing to impact my relationship with the church or with God because for me, God is bigger than the church. And I understand that for some people that might be the case. But in any event, if you know someone that we need to have on here that we need to hear from, shoot me a message. I'm willing to I wanna hear from them. I wanna hear a multitude of perspectives. This isn't a drag session. We're not about to drag the church. No, not on this channel. We're not about to do that. Like, that's just not what I'm here for. You gotta go somewhere else for that. This is going to be an honest discussion about church hurt, about people who have overcome it, and the next steps because there is a reconciliation that is way overdue that has to occur because we need it. We are being attacked on every front and we need to mobilize like we did back then. Other than that, I hope everyone is enjoying the summer. My sister is coming to visit in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to spending time with her. I saw her last year at my daughter's college graduation, but she hasn't been here to my home in 2 years. And even when she was here 2 years ago, I didn't spend time with her. She came here to stay with the kids while we went to Costa Rica. And she landed after we left, like a couple of hours. There was a couple of hours difference. So it'll be cool to get her here and to have her on the back porch and to cook dinner with her. So I'm looking forward to spending time with my sister. And I am looking forward to the summer. I did have something I've been doing. Let me close my blinds because this glare is killing me. Okay, I'm back. I had to close the blinds. So this week, well, I've been doing a lot and I haven't been sleeping very well. I had a sleep study, so I'm getting that addressed. But I have been so busy and I've been burning the candle at both ends. And I forgot to sign my son up for something that was super duper important. And I have been beating myself up all week to the point of tears. I was ready to quit my job. So I've been posting a little less only because I've had to kind of reshift my priorities. My son is the youngest of six, and I didn't forget things with the older five. So I didn't forget important things. Forgetting something this important, your girl has been struggling because this was something that my son needed. He's going to high school. And the school that he's going to has close to 4,000 kids in it. There was, I think, 900 kids in the last graduating class. And I'm concerned about it because I don't believe that I have concerns that the school may not be able to meet his needs. And we've been touring private schools. My husband isn't on board with the private school. My son isn't either. He wants to go to the high school here. So there was an opportunity to sign up for transition week. I signed up for it during the 8th grade preview, but I didn't know that there were other signups that I had to complete. So when we were at the preview, I signed up for it and I thought that that was it. And there were emails that were sent. I forwarded them to my husband because, as I mentioned, I commute and my husband is here. We both kind of dropped the ball with that. And my son was not able to attend the transition week that's actually occurring now. I emailed the ninth grade principal and I tried to plead my case as respectable as I could, and there's no room for him. The registration was closed. So he wasn't able to attend. I'm sorry. And I can't believe that I didn't follow up. Like that's not who I am. Like I'm a follow when it comes to these kids, like their needs are at the top of my list. So the fact that I missed this was huge. Like the older kids, never. Like I was on top of them, everything that had to do with them. And my kids did all the things for summer camps. My daughter went to Spelman. They did local enrichment programs. They did everything for the summer. And it just blew my mind that I couldn't do it for this. I have one kid at home now, and that I failed him in that way it's been a lot. And I'm working to do better. So the infamous Angel reminded me she told me that she uses the calendar for her son and she updates her calendar with the school calendar events, which is what I used to do for the older kids. So I've had to go back to that. I'm glad that she reminded me of that because I already have the calendar for next year. I have the dates, I have everything in there. So there won't be any missed events for him going forward. But this was such a tough lesson for me. And we'll just have to see how it goes. I still feel a way because I feel like I'm not going to get into that, but I have to accept responsibility for not continuing to sign him up after the first time. So yeah, that is where we are. I had a sleep study, so I want to shout out Dr. Funke Afolabi Brown. She was on the pod. I had a sleep study, and while I don't have sleep apnea, there were other things indicated. So I'm working with a cardiologist to kind of follow up on those things. Also, I have a lot of daytime sleepiness, and apparently there's a reason for that, for things that occur while I'm sleeping. So I'm addressing that as well. There's a thing called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia because both my parents had insomnia. My sister has it as well. So there could be some genetic markers there. But I'm gonna do that also. I'm gonna do all the things and just try to get to the bottom of why I'm not getting a good night's sleep. I certainly push doing all the things here, so I'm going to push myself. I don't just say things, it's something that I do. So I'll be following up with all the doctors, cardiologists. I'm going to have to speak to a clinical psychologist that specializes in sleep whatever for insomnia. So I'm going to do all the things and I just got to get some more sleep because I don't sleep at all. And when I take sleep meds, I'm tired in the morning. And that's just both the times, whether I take sleep meds or not, I'm sleepy during the day. And that's just not working. Like I can't drink enough coffee or energy drinks to stay awake. And they're bad for your heart. So, that's something we also have to consider as well. Angel and I are going to continue doing the reality bite segments. I'm currently watching, well, Heart and Hustle Houston just came out. I love that show. I am going to get caught up on that. Angel is going to watch it as well. We're both watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. I watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. She does not, so I may have to do that review on my own. And also, I have to get caught up on the Real Housewives of Rhode Island because she loves that show, and I keep falling asleep on it. But it's neither here nor there. I hope that everyone Brittany is doing a summer reset challenge. I'll put the link in the description. I hope you all join. She did give my listeners 2 weeks free. If you didn't take advantage of it, I don't know what to say. But join the summer reset challenge. It's the cost of a monthly subscription for her app with access to her app. I'm going to do it because I need to get back in the gym and maybe it'll help with my sleep issues. Maybe I'll need to work out to the point of exhaustion and then sleep. But it'll be good to see some of you on the leaderboard. It'll be good to compete with some of you. That's it. That is all that I have for now. I appreciate your continued support. And what do you all think about a live option? Should I go live? Like, should we be discussing some of this stuff live? I think it'll be a great idea, but let me know what you think. So I got another author agree to come on the show, and I love this lady. So if you know me, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. That was a context clue. I can't wait to speak with her because I followed past tense a lot of authors on Facebook, but I didn't necessarily like their Facebook persona. So I kind of felt a way about the art that they put out. So I unfollowed them just so that I could continue to like their books. But this author, I'm never I cannot unfollow her. I love her so much. So I can't wait to have her on the pod. I can't wait to discuss her books. What I will say is that I think I got introduced to her in 2013 or 14. And at that time, I was very much in mommy mode. Like, to me, she's a fashionista. So I kind of stepped my game up a little bit. Like, after reading her books, I was like, oh, who is this? Who is this? Who is that? And I've stepped my fashion game up a little bit. But I am looking forward to speaking with her and discussing one of her works of art. I'm not going to give any titles because then you'll know who she is, and I don't want to talk about it before it's time. What is everyone like? What do you have planned for this summer? We have a cruise coming up. I'm looking forward to that. We got to get some time in at the beach. I don't live very far from it, but I got to get more time in at the beach. Something that I've got to do. So yeah, so that's it. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Season one was fantastic. Season two, I believe, is going to knock your socks off. I'm working so hard at it. At first, I thought that I would take a break and start back with interviews in August, but I'm not. We'll be back in next month in July with new interviews. So, yeah. And in the meantime, I'll keep working on vlogging. Maybe I'll be able to piece together one or two. I'm not gonna make any promises. I'm just not good at it, y'all. I'm gonna keep trying though. I'm gonna keep trying. So that's it for me for today, collective. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon.
Welcome to the calm and cultured collective.